everyone. I'd like to talk to you for a bit about the new SPoI, Student Perception of Instruction. It's a new system for us to get some feedback on how we're doing in the classroom as teachers and educators. The whole idea began about 2 years ago when there were issues that came up with faculty about the kinds of information that we get back from SAI, Student Assessment of Instruction. So this has been a joint project with Faculty Senate, Faculty Affairs team, the union, and a group of professors that volunteered to work on the new instrument. The move to SPoI, from assessment to perception, was done for a very important reason. Instead of having students assess our teaching and our content knowledge, the belief was we could get their perceptions of what happened in the classroom and outside of the classroom to help them learn. So the move was to a formative assessment instrument with several open-ended questions that were very focused on things like, how did the professor help you to learn better? What materials supported your learning? And we're hoping that that kind of information will help you to be a better educator, to look at that kind of feedback from all of your students, and to use that information to write PDP goals, eventually to get that kind of feedback and to use it to write your annual review and your promotion portfolio. It's our hope that you will find this a very useful instrument and will make you a better educator at FGCU.
I'm here to talk to you as the United Faculty of Florida FGCU Chapter President on the new Student Perception of Instruction, the former SAI. The new SPoI has been designed with faculty in mind, with the idea that you are the experts in the facilitation of instruction and student learning. I encourage you to use this new tool as an ability to determine your teaching effectiveness in the classroom and towards positive student learning outcomes. This new approach is different from before, but it provides you with the ability to use the feedback in a manner that's best determined by you and not by the student. We encourage you to use this. We encourage you to embrace how to use this tool, because you will have the ability to add 5 personalized questions at the end of the survey so that you can personalize it to your classroom instruction. The new Student Perception of Instruction is a new avenue for you to demonstrate teaching effectiveness.
I think you can use SPoI feedback to understand what's working for the students and what's not working for them. That's the important part of the perception in SPoI. What we as teachers think is effective for certain activities may not come across that way for the students, right? And vice versa, things that we think are failing as an activity or a reading, we might find out the opposite from the students in their SPoI answers.
You could use the open-ended SPoI feedback to find out things like how the course materials were useful or not useful to the students, and the assignments, were they useful or not useful to the students. So you could adjust those materials or those assignments as you teach the course the next time. You can use the fixed response feedback to look at your teaching over several semesters in those various categories. So that's another way that you could improve your teaching by examining the information that you get from the SPoI. What I like about the SPoI is that it is about the instruction, not about the instructor. It gives you a way to look at your own instruction and to formatively assess it and improve on it.
What I like about the SPoI is that it gives 2 valuable pieces of data. One that we can look at as objective in the sense that the information is ranked. Of course, using the term objective here is sort of loose because this is the student's perception, but nonetheless, their perception is important. It tells us what they think. So looking at that with the ranked data, you have a good idea of where you stand. You have numerical data to deal with. The other part of the SPoI gives you formative feedback. The students are asked questions. They are asked to address those questions. They write a summary. They have to think. They cannot just put down a blurb there that makes no sense at all because they had a choice and they just took that choice. They actually have to think about it, and I hope they would think about it, and write a summary. That to me is more effective because you are getting feedback from the students based on how they believe your teaching impacts their learning.